Hello, boys and girls. So today we are finishing up Module 11. It was a short module, only 4 lessons. We're finishing up lesson 11.4, which is a 2-day lesson, and then tomorrow we will do the review pages, and Friday is the test. But I wanted to touch base and go over some of the riddles from yesterday because I know that 11.4 is a challenging lesson, which is why they suggest, and I agree, that this needs to be a 2-day lesson. So I wanted to go over a couple of things. Some of them are part of lesson 11.4 and some of them are just as a review of the whole module, since it just covers greater than, less than, and equal to. So I wanted to start out first with a little riddle, and I don't know if you can read it, but I'll read it to you. It says, Rufus has more than 17 treats. He has less than 22 treats. How many treats could he have? Okay, so let's think about that riddle a little bit. I'm going to use my hundreds chart to help me. And I don't know if you, hopefully you still have this same hundreds chart that we sent home the first time. So if Rufus has more than 17 treats, I'm going to find 17 and I'm going to think of all of the numbers that are greater than 17, more than 17. So that would be 18, 19, 20, and keep going. So I'm going to write down a few of those numbers. So numbers that are more than 17 would be 18, 19, 20, 21, and I could keep going, couldn't I? 22, 23. All of these numbers are greater than 17, which was our first sentence, our first part of the clue. So the key to these riddles is really breaking it down one clue at a time, okay? So the next sentence says, he has less than 22 treats. So does he have 22 treats? Nope. He has less than 22. So he doesn't have 22 and he doesn't have 23, does he? Because that's more than 22. Okay, so there are some possible answers. Now, we know as good mathematicians, we always want to go back and reread and make sure that it makes sense. So let's make sure that these 4 numbers could be the possible number of treats Rufus has. Let's try it. Rufus has more than 17 treats. Are all of those numbers more than 17? Yes, they are. He has less than 22 treats. Are all of these numbers less than 22? Yes, they are. So how many treats could Rufus have? You could pick any one of those 4 numbers and it would be a correct answer, okay? So that's how those riddles work. So let's move on to a couple of different problems now. So I tried this one for you. Some of the problems on the test will give you the beginning of a number sentence and they'll have you pick a number that would make sense in this blank. So this says 76 is greater than some number. Now we know that alligator mouth wants to eat that 76, so the 76 is bigger. So which one of these numbers could go here? Which one is smaller than 76? Well, the only one that's smaller than 76 is 72, right? So if you had that problem on the test, it would be 72. Okay, I've got a couple more for you to think about. What if you had 14 and a blank and 42? And you had to pick which of our marks would go there. So you know the choices would be greater than, less than, or equal to. And which one would make sense there? Well, let's look at this. Are they equal to each other? Definitely not. So we know it's going to be one of these two. So again, I always think about which one would the alligator want to eat? Well, if he had a choice of 14 fish or 42 fish, he would definitely choose 42 fish. So I would think about his mouth going this way, this little teeth. So it would be this one. 14 is less than 42. All right, There are some other problems on our test that will give us number sentences, and you have to pick which one is true. So 72, and then this mark, and 69, or 72, and this mark, and 69, or 72, and this mark, and 69. So again, which one of those is true? Well, first of all, we can cross this one out right away, can't we? We know they're not equal to each other, they're not the same. So let's look at these. If an alligator had a choice of 72 fish or 69 fish, which would he choose? 72 is definitely bigger, so his mouth would want to eat that 72, so it would be that one, okay? Let's try another one of the riddles. So let's say I have the numbers 16, 23, 32, and 46, and 50. Okay? Now, here's my riddle. I am thinking of a number that is greater than 24. Greater than 24. So I'm going to cross out all of the numbers. I'm going to cross out the ones that are greater than 24, or I'm going to cross out the ones that are less. If I'm thinking of a number that's greater than 24, I'm going to cross out all the numbers that are less than 24 because it can't be those. That's the tricky part of this, is kind of thinking backwards. Like I said before, it's kind of like that game Guess Who, where you say, my man has, does your guy have a green hat? And if they say no, then you have to fold down the ones that do. Okay, so we have to think about it a little bit backwards. So if my number is greater than 24, I'm going to cross out all the ones that are less than 24. 16 is less than 24. 23 is less than 24. So I'm going to cross those out. Okay, that's my first clue. My second clue is I'm thinking of a number that is less than 40. Okay, so if my number is less than 40, can it be 46? Is that less than 40? Nope, it's greater than 40. Is 50 less than 40? Nope, that's greater than 40. So my mystery number would have to be 32. That's the only one that's left, okay? So play around a little bit with these riddles, maybe write some if you have time. I know you've got a couple more pages to do in your lesson, and then we'll do the review pages tomorrow and test on Friday. So keep practicing. I know you can do it. Watch those videos that I sent a while back with the, there's a couple of songs. Songs are great for learning, so check back on those as well. Have a great day, boys and girls.